first impression not very good because of that's the main entrance, you see. And then the first thing you will notice after you come out from the lift is that there's 3 doors, okay? So the first door on the right will actually be to the fire escape and the refuse where you throw your rubbish and things like that, right? So that's the mechanical safety things first. Next would be some sort of a dual key concept where this is one of the unit itself and that would be the main unit. Let's go check it out. So this studio part of the unit is also again for your third generation or for your kids who have just got married, who really needs their privacy. You can actually have all this. But again, for KL audience, right, in Johor, people like to go a bit extravaganza, okay? Then they will also have their own their own bathroom, where you can see it's the entire full-fledged bathroom all together. Awesome. Need not to be separated by the external door. They also provide an internal door to actually proceed with the living space already. So this is the main space for residents. Just to run through the specs, this house is 2750 square feet, which is huge, right? And it's those, in comparison, if you're looking for landed properties, it's also 2,700 in build up. But this is 2,750 square feet in one level, under security with facilities, and you get those amazing views, right? So we are now in the living room, and you can see from the background, it's tremendously big. There's in total 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. So one of them is +1 would be the maid's room. And if you can see that, obviously you will need a maid to actually maintain this humongous house. So we are now in the master bedroom, and you can see that it's not exactly selling the entire size, okay? So that's the bed. So those are the dressing table, the wardrobe, and then you will have this view out there. So you have this surrounding landed properties, and then this one is, I'm not sure what is it lah, but then there's just another building which is very far away. However, there's some construction materials storage area. So this is the master bedroom. You can see that it's for him, for her. That is a pretty standard thing already, it has become. And then you have the bathtub. Of course, you already have a bathtub in the studio unit. And then your shower area. So it's very, very wide actually. Whew. This is the medium room where all rooms will also have their own toilets, which is ensuite toilets, and every room is just on steroids. In my opinion, every room is just so big, and when you come, please do ask like what is provided and what is not. Currently, it's all aircon provided, all soft beds like sofa, furnitures and things like that. All those are not provided because it's really up to preference. And this unit currently is going for 1.6 million asking price, and it differs from floor to floor and packages, so I'm not supposed to disclose right here. You guys can contact Shawn below on his phone number, or just put it down below. Let's check out the next unit. So we are now in the next unit as well, and if you can see, right, all units are very well lit, meaning it's all very close to the openings. And let's check out what view is this, right? You can see those are the residential houses that we just spoke about, and there's just nothing in the horizon to actually obstruct your view anymore. All mangrove forest, and the air here would actually be much fresher. Okay, located right next to the dining area would be the kitchen. In my opinion, right, I really do think that this kitchen is a bit on the smaller side. If you're a huge fan of cooking, right, this actually is a bit small in comparison to the living, dining, bedrooms and other stuff like that. So just for your information. So last but not least would be this humongous balcony, right? So besides the master bedroom, the living room will also have this huge ass balcony. I think you can put several mahjong tables already. And so that's the master bedroom's balcony. And then these are the views that you will have. But this is a show unit view only lah. So what I'll show you later, very exclusively, if you really like this kind of more private, more secluded locations, I think that would be the perfect one for you. Besides having the show unit, right, this particular apartment, rooftop is also for sale. And they have this very unique feature that I don't think any of the units will have, which is you have this humongous giant outdoor space, right? And it's 2 stories, right? This unit is also up for sales. That is around 8 million ringgit. It's crazy. And before you start judging like why so expensive, right? It's because of views like this, right? So that's Country Garden Danga Bay. So you have all, so in the future it will be actually connected over this side. Then you have the estuary, which is the lake connecting to the sea, connecting, then that's over there would be Singapore already. So you can actually view from Singapore, and all surrounding will be landed properties. And that's about it really, because after that is all untouchable land where you cannot really build already. So the benefit of this apartment being one of the only block, if you look at the drone shots, it's one of the only blocks in the area, and it's a very hidden location as well. So Laguna Heights is really, you ask around, it has this strategic location which is next to Perling, next to Bukit Indah for all the commercial needs, right? But then if you want to come into this, the accessibility is not as easy, but it makes it more secure. So a lot of the residents surrounding, like all those residents, right, those houses are not cheap as well, right? It's always around this price range as well. That's why this would be very suitable for, you know, all in Johor Bahru, there's a lot of self-entrepreneur where they all self-made millionaires. They don't want people to be, they are very humble, not like me, like always go on YouTube. They are very low profile and they will get units like this. So again, the highest unit is around 15,000 square feet up for sale. Yeah, so that's a bonus edition. So I just give you a quick glimpse of what's inside this house. Let's go! So what's cool about this apartment is also the one lift, one unit kind of concept, where every level you have only one resident. That's the ultimate privacy already. So no one will actually use the access card to actually go to your unit but your own family members. So that's one of the selling points as well. So out of so many different properties that I've visited, right, this is the very first development with the indoor hot water pool. I'm going insane on God. After that swimming pool, you have another wading pool that is for kids, and you can see that the decoration is insane, right? It's so Roman, right? You can have these dolphins sculptures, you have people playing flutes, then you have these street lamps, right? And you look at those, this kind of, my God! So if you have sculptures like this all day, you are somewhat like in a hotel already. And there's also 2 very special units here, and those are sold on the first day of launch. So there's a demand for very discreet, rich I'm going crazy. So this yard itself, I'm totally loving it. I've never seen anything like this before. So I think that's all for the visit. It's now time for Shawn take 3 on 3. 3 things I really like. Number 1 would actually be the facility deck. My very first time facility deck is located at the ground floor with motifs decorative like this. You have dolphins, you have humongous sculptures and things like that. That really just like this grass layout, right? It's like a very piazza kind of look. I totally dig it. Number 2 would actually be the price, and 2,700 square feet for 1.6 million. It's rather affordable. It's not that expensive in comparison to those that you can find. So, but it's a very different variable in comparison to a landed 3,000 square feet and a high-rise 2,700. Then point number 3 that I really like would be the connectivity to the highway. So it's really located next to Perling, next to Bukit Indah, and the main highway is straight all the way 15-20 minutes you will reach Tuas already. On the other side, you are also very close to Danga Bay area. You are also very close to what they call the Johor Bahru town, which is the city square area and things like that. So convenience wise, you are there. 3 things I don't like. Number 1 would actually be the location and accessibility itself. It's quite difficult to find the entrance into this Laguna Heights, but this can be a reason why a lot of people buy. Like a lot of this kind of discreet beach where they just don't want people to know where they stay. I think it's a perfect fit. Number 2, because it's ground located facility, right? It's not as exclusive, and then you can hear a lot of neighboring noise. As this is a pocket land development, meaning there's only one piece where you don't have control over the entire master plan like other developers. That's why you have no control over what's going to happen on the next phase. So maybe in the future people might buy and build some apartments, nobody knows. But then currently if you look at the drone shots, surrounding would all still be landed properties, so that's for sure. The third thing I don't like would be the interior design feel, but that's really up to your preference. So as these are the old school kind of rich, where those discreet rich that don't want people to know, but they really put money into the ID. So if you look into the ID unit, the show unit, right, all materials are slightly more heavy, but those are the JB taste. So in KL it's different, in JB it's different, in Singapore it's different, but it's all up to your preference. So I think that's all for this episode. It's still one of the very surprising warm water pool, number 1. European motif design, number 2. These are really attractive features that even in KL we don't have such thing, right? Then I think that's all for this episode. If you really like this video, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. And once again, shout out to this Mr. Shawn as well. If you want any contact, just hook him up below. You can get his contact, and that's all for this episode. This is Shawn Tan. Ciao.